Hello, happy Thursday. Welcome in, everybody. We appreciate you being here. Miniimah will be joining us in just a few minutes. We're having technical difficulties. She had to reboot her computer. These things happen at the most inopportune moments, but we are working it out. And we just thank you for being here. In the meantime, while she's getting set back up, can you put in the chat where you're logging in from so we can, see what parts of the world we are connecting with? I'm in Pennsylvania. Okay, so Toucha the poet is in Maryland. We're neighbors. Hey, neighbor. And Tiffany B is in New York. We're neighbors. Hey, neighbor. We just really appreciate you being here. This awesome moment, this experience. Our friend. Oh, she's here. Our friend. Our coach.
I am here. Okay, so everybody on Zoom, right? This is the deal. I'm trying to do fancy stuff, so I need y'all to just be patient with me. I'm also trying to be live on YouTube, so I'm doing fancy things. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is all brand spanking new to me. So if you lose me for any reason, hop on over to YouTube and I'll be there. Okay? All right. So I want y'all to be able to hear me. And I don't quite know exactly how to make sure of all of that. So, all right. So y'all let me know. Can you still hear me? Can you guys hear me on Zoom? No?
We can hear you in YouTube.
All right. They can hear me in YouTube land. All right. So New York City in the house. Hey, we got New York. We got Tennessee. Okay. Somebody dropped in from Mars. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, hey there. Sure, how y'all doing? So Touching the poet. Hey, how you doing? In from Maryland. We got New York, Maryland, Tennessee in the house. Thank you guys. Like I said, I'm juggling stuff. I don't really know what I'm doing here in these internet streets, so I just need y'all to be patient with me. I want to thank you all for popping in. Thank you for joining us tonight. I don't want to ignore my Zoom folk. But okay, yeah, all right. So, okay, I'm gonna ask everybody in Zoom to please come on over to YouTube because I don't know how to do this back and forth. And if you want to, there should be a link. Okay, Shanta, you can't drop the link. I have to drop the link, right?
What would you like? What can I do?
I want to drop the link in the Zoom so that anybody who wants to come into our
I can't do it because I'm not in your Zoom.
Okay, well, I found a way to okay, so here we go. Anybody in YouTube land, if you can come and drop. I see a chick is trying to help me. You guys are trying to help me. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much for just hanging in there with me. I know I must look a little crazy now.
So, Miniimah, that StreamYard link will bring them to the broadcast.
Uh-oh.
You want to give them the YouTube link.
My computer's
I'll send it to you. I'll put it.
Come on over to YouTube, please, guys. I'm confusing myself. Hello, and thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Today is such a special day for me. It really, really is. And y'all may hear some background noise because I'm still trying to make sure that I'm connecting with everybody here. This is such an incredibly special day for me, and I want to thank you guys for being here because today is my mother's birthday. March 5th is my mom's birthday, and I need to just bear with me. My computer's doing its own thing right now. All right, today is my mom's birthday, and I lost my mother when I was 18 years old. Oh my God. I lost my mom when I was 18 years old, and I decided to launch this book that I've been talking about for so long on her birthday in honor of her. Um, mm, my book, The Magic of 5 Minutes: How I Learned to Breathe When Life Wouldn't Let Me. That is the name of my book because there were times when I really didn't know how long I was gonna, if I was gonna make it or not.
Excuse me, Miniimah.
Yeah.
Could everyone please turn your mics on mute, please? We're having a hard time hearing due to whoever's background noise that is.
Okay.
Can you all please check and see and put yourselves on mute, please?
Awesome. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, that'll be helpful. That'll be really very helpful. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Uh-oh. Am I back? Uh-oh. Am I frozen on YouTube now? You can hear me? Okay, good. You can still hear me? Okay. So this book has been in the making for quite some time. Uh-oh. I see. I look frozen on my screen. So I'm gonna just keep talking and trust that, that the angels and everything are gonna work it all out for me. Ooh, I've been talking about writing a book since many, many years ago, a couple of decades now, few decades now, since I lost my mom. And to be here now and to have all of you join and witness this unfolding and this evolution means so much to me. Every single one of you means so much to me, to just be a part of this, my journey, right? So the book was born, oh God, I can't even get my words together. The book was born out of a lot of years of grief, loss, a long road of emotional healing. And again, after I lost my mom and my sister and so many others since then, from then till now, it's been a very challenging journey. And I was sharing with a friend just a little while ago, hour or so ago, that there were just movies that I couldn't even watch during that time, that I just completely missed them. Because if it had anything to do with anybody losing a loved one, I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch the news. They were not just news stories to me. They were things that happened in people's families who were still there grieving. And so because I was so raw, there were a lot of things that I didn't participate in. In addition to that, I still wore a smile. And a lot of times people didn't know how much I was suffering. There were some of the most difficult times in my life. I realized one thing when I stopped and I paused and I took some long, deep breaths. Those things really, really made a huge difference in how I showed up. I hope I'm still being heard. Please let me know if I'm still being heard, guys. Okay, where else?
Miniimah, you can talk. I'll let you know from Zoom's perspective if anything's going on.
Thank you. So, I wrote the book for anyone who's ever felt overwhelmed. Anybody ever feel overwhelmed? Exactly. So you don't have to have panic attacks or be in deep depression or have PTSD to understand or benefit from the techniques that I share in this book. Anybody who's ever felt overwhelmed can identify, and I would hope that you can find some relief in the words that I share in the book. In honor of my mother, in honor of her birthday, I priced the book at $2.99. The ebook download on Amazon is only $2.99. And Amazon earlier thought it was really cute to go down. Of all the days and all the years, Amazon went down today, in the middle of the day, when everybody was trying to get their download. So I've discovered that we're back. Amazon has gotten their stuff together. And you can still go to the Amazon and purchase your download. And you can purchase it for friends. You can get a couple of, do a couple of them if you want to, if you have the opportunity, if that is something that you're able to do. All of the proceeds from the sale of this ebook are going to help helping me get this information out. So no, $2.99 is not a whole lot. But the fact is, when you share the information is what's the most important thing. It's not me. It's not about me. Uh-oh. I'm frozen again. I'm back. Okay, I'm back. So, okay, so I'm still going, guys. Hello, everybody. Anybody that's popped back into Zoom, much appreciated. Um, my mission with this book and my teachings and the things that I share and my coaching and public speaking is all about helping people to learn how to release the anxiety, the depression, the stress, the grief, overwhelm, confusion, to release it. Because we experience things in life. Everybody knows we experience things in life, and sometimes they're very challenging to deal with. And those long, deep breaths, believe it or not, help to reset your nervous system. And in the book, I share the details of that. But why did I write the book? Well, I wrote the book because the things in the book saved my life. Oh, God. I'm here, and I'm happy to be here. I was like, well, how much do I share? How much do I share without giving away the book, right? Don't laugh at me, guys. This is also very new to me. Social media is, these people who have been born into social media, is just no big deal for them. They get on the internet, they put the camera on, and they just talk. It's not the life that I was born into, guys. So I need y'all to just be patient with me. Okay. I'm back again. I will share with you this again. All right. This is the physical book. It's not available just yet, but I am working on a physical copy. This gray line is not going to be there. This is the office copy. So this was the copy that I ordered to make sure that it looked the way that I needed to look and wanted it to look, so that you can actually get benefit from it. But what I've been thinking, guys, is I like to read, but I don't often have as much time to read books as I'd like, right? So I am also working on the audio for the book, and the physical copy will be available in, I don't know, another month or so. But again, please remember that the proceeds from the sale of the book go to help me do what I'm doing and sharing the information. Do me a quick favor. Let me know. Anybody drop. I don't even know where I'll see it, but y'all can put it in the chat if you one word or two words, very short, no sentences, no descriptions of what happened, but pull up an emotion. What's an emotion that you've been feeling? A major emotion, most prevalent in your life over just the past week, whether it's tired, frustrated, angry, sad. I'm not getting into everybody's personal business. We're not getting into anybody's personal business right now. But just notice, what is it? What is something that you've been feeling? Anything other than appreciation, gratitude, and unwavering faith. Anything else. It doesn't have to be severe. We don't realize that our emotions. Okay, wait, don't go. Okay. Our emotions cause sensations in the body. The things that we think, rather, cause us sensations in our bodies. And we have been taught to ignore that from childhood. Like, anybody ever, remember being told, oh, say hello, and you don't want to say hello? Or you've seen a child be told, say hello, and they recoil, or they hide and they don't want to speak. We've been taught that's disrespectful. You speak to your elders, you respect your elders. If your mother, your father, an elder, or an adult, someone tells you to do something, you're just supposed to do it. At least that's where I came from. I don't know. You guys, anybody have been through the same thing? Had the same ideas, the same experiences? Well, the thing is this, again, I'm not putting anybody's family on the hot seat. We were all born into someone else's reality, and everybody did the best they knew how to do. Even if they didn't do the best that we think they should have done, they did what they did. If we don't label it, then we can move on. We can say, okay, that's what it was. We don't have to agree that it was good, right, the best, emotionally balanced, none of that. if we practice not judging the things that have happened, then we can redirect our energy to healing. Because as long as we continue to label things in a negative manner, then that contributes to the feeling that we don't want to experience. So the whole point of the book is to help bring us mindfully aware and mindfully fully present in the moment so that we can move forward, right? If you are feeling anything that you can identify, happy, sad, frustrated, angry, depressed, anxious, anything that you can label, means that you've already felt it. Anybody ever have an experience where it was like, I don't even know how to feel about that? Or you have a situation and you really are just kind of stunned or shocked and can't articulate what you're supposed to be feeling. That means that there's no reference point, right? So it's not that we should be completely numb to life, but practicing being fully present in the moment so that we can be more responsive and not reactive to the things that are happening. Because the more we focus on the things that have happened, the more we focus on the things we don't particularly enjoy or like, the more we focus on it, the bigger it gets, the stronger it gets, the heavier it gets, the harder it gets to deal with. And I'm not arguing talk therapy with anybody. I've been there, I've done that. No, there's no judgment. Do what it is that you need to do to help raise your vibration so that we can move forward. Because as long as we're rehashing things that have happened in the past, whether you're talking about it or you're just thinking about it, all of that has energy, and it's sticky energy. So what that means is, because we are energetic beings, we are magnetic. So whatever energy we're putting out or focusing on is what's going to grow. So practicing just 5 minutes a day, just 5 minutes a day, just being mindful can help us raise our vibration. And in addition to that, when we're not fully present in the moment, when we are in fight or flight, when we are in survival mode, then the body is not fully present, being focused on healing. And that's just what it is. So it's not just a matter of sitting still and not doing anything. It's a matter of allowing your entire being to be at rest, taking those deep breaths, resetting your nervous system so your body knows that it is safe to begin the healing process. So we think that a lot of the things that we encounter as we get older, as we continue going through life, right? A lot of those things are attributed to just getting older, when in actuality it's our survival mode wearing us out, because it's not supposed to be a constant thing. It's not. Survival mode is to save your life. So if you get a phone call, or you have an argument with someone, or you get a text message, those things are not supposed to send us into survival mode. It's not supposed to spike survival mode in your body. So if that's being re-triggered day after day after day after day after day over time, then your immune system is simultaneously being consistently suppressed. And therefore, some of the things that should not cause us pain and dis-ease and discomfort and illness in the body have the opportunity to raise up. So it's not just so that we feel better, but it is just so you can feel better. Feeling good is important. It makes all the difference in how you do anything, right? So long story short, or as my dad would say, to make a long story longer, when I was in high school, I was raised with my younger sister, Leah Zell. And she was diagnosed with a serious illness. And this was me in high school, my senior year in high school. And it was a shock to the system. It was a shock to the family. And we just did what families do. We kept going as much as we could. And then something else happened. and then something else happened. And I don't know if you've noticed, but life doesn't stop lifing just because you have situations. It doesn't matter how big the situation, life doesn't stop lifing. And by the time I was 22, I was like, what part of the game is this? And I had to just keep going. At least that's what it looked like. It was everybody else just kept going. So I kept trying to just keep going. And one of the things that I learned is that you never know how deeply someone is suffering. You never know how hard it is for that person to get through the day. I remember I had a friend say to me that I needed to do something. I had a lot of people who, you know what you should do? You know what you should do? You should do this. I wish you would do that. I wish you, you know what? I wish you would go back to school. You should get a job here, and you should do this, and you should go here, and you should go there. And we see that as just regular conversation, but when you do not know how deeply a person is struggling, those little suggestions, even if they come from a good place, can be very challenging to process. This book doesn't get into that part of it, but I had to find a way to be okay even when people didn't understand me. I knew that it didn't matter how much I tried to explain why I did things the way that I did them, that they would not understand, especially if they had never had anything remotely close to my experience. It didn't mean that they didn't care. It didn't mean that it wasn't coming from a good place. It didn't mean that they didn't love me. But I realized they just had no idea what to say, and I didn't know what they could say to get me through or help me or relieve my pain. There wasn't anything that I could think of that anybody could say to make me feel better about anything that was happening. Nothing. Nothing at all. And I was in my own experience trying to maneuver how I was feeling and keep going and get a job, keep a job, learn something. I was always doing something. That's the other thing I've heard. Oh, you always doing something. What you doing now? It's like, how about I got up this morning? How about I'm still alive? How about I took a couple of deep breaths and yeah, and I've had to pull away from people because there was no way that I could get them to understand. And I did realize sometimes when I did try to explain anything, oh, well, I know my friend did, and they went through this and they were okay. And I know, well, somebody else went through it and they were, well, it was, they did it. So why can't you? You can do it. People make excuses. When I hear the judgment of people, and this is why I'm so sensitive to judgment. And it doesn't mean that I'm not. I've worked on it a lot and I try my best to be aware when I'm being judgmental. Because if you're not walking in that person's shoes, you really don't know what they're going through. You don't. I don't care if you live with the person. I don't care if you're married to the person. I don't care if you're the parent, the child. You do not know everything that's going on in that person's life or in their mind or how they're processing or how they're seeing the world. Suicide is one of the leading causes of death, not just in Tennessee. And what I know from my walk is that some of the accidents that people get into are not always accidents. And I also know that you can't tell by talking to somebody how close that person is to making some irreversible decisions in their life. So I offer to you to just be kinder than necessary and don't ignore how you feel about anything. Doesn't mean you have to talk about it with other people. I became an emotional wellness coach because the things that I practiced saved my life. This book is one of a series that I'm going to write. But this one right here, this one right here, guys, this is the stuff that saved my life. And my work is based solely on the premise that I want to help somebody take life just 5 minutes at a time. That's it. Doesn't matter what's going on. Doesn't matter what they said. It doesn't matter what they did. It doesn't matter how it looks. Yes, some of it is painful. Yes, some of it is like, what exactly the F is going on right now? Some of it is like that. It's true. But everything between birth and death is called life. And if you can just manage to get through the next 5 minutes, you might actually be able to see things a little differently. What I want to ask you to do now is maybe you guys will join me in a short guided meditation. Anybody have any questions about meditation before I go forward? Anybody brand spanking new to meditation? Anybody out there who's never, I mean, we've heard the words and it's a lot more prevalent now. So it's talked about a lot more. I got to tell you guys, when I started meditating, I was like, what? This is like, are you kidding me? This is awesome. This is amazing. I started asking people. They was like, oh, yeah, I've been meditating for years. I'm like, so then why didn't you tell me? Right? But they didn't know. Nobody knew how deeply I was suffering. Nobody knew. Nobody knew. I didn't let people know. I didn't. Because there was nothing they could say to help fix what was happening in my life. Like, my mother is gone. She's gone. There's nothing that's going to bring her back. It's not going to help. It's not going to help. I don't want to sit around with a whole bunch of other people who also have this. That makes me grieve even deeper. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm not the only one with a broken heart. Excellent. But what did help was me sitting with it, not trying to avoid it, not trying to pretend I'm okay, not smiling even though I wanted to cry. It was allowing me to feel what I was feeling instead of running away from it, instead of having the panic attacks. I remember I was home and it was a house full of people, right? And there were children playing and somebody started screaming. And they weren't screaming in pain or fear, but they were just having a good time. But my body processed it and took me all the way back to the night that my life changed. And so when that happens, nobody else was there. Nobody else that was with me in that moment was there when that happened. So I looked like I was crazy. I'm like, what is going on? What's the matter? Went into a panic. Because my body and my mind remembered that. It wasn't a choice. It wasn't a decision that I made to go off the deep end or to have a panic attack. It wasn't a choice. It wasn't a decision. It was automatic. It was a reflex. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking and seeing. It was a reflex. And I had to excuse myself because I'm not trying to go into the details of why I just had a panic attack, why I just was overcome with fear and all of this pain. There were times when I was at family get-togethers and everybody was having a good time. And I had to excuse myself because I was the only one remembering that someone was missing. And I didn't want to disturb everybody else, but I was having my own little time. And that happened for decades. That happened for decades. And so when I learned how to just be with myself and allow myself to feel what I'm feeling instead of just keep going, just being on that hamster wheel, just keep going, just keep going. What Dory say? Just keep swimming, right? Well, but the blessing was Dory's memory only lasted for a couple of seconds. So she didn't remember if something terrible happened. Right? So what I learned over the past decade or so was how to regulate my nervous system, how to be in the moment, how to separate the thought from the emotion, So it's interesting. I had not thought about that. I had not considered that though that was possible. Like you have a thought and you have an emotion with it. It seems like one thing, but it's not. It's two different things. So when I discovered that I could have a memory and the emotion be detached from it, then and the emotion be detached from it, that was life changing for me. The first gift of mindfulness for me was realizing that it was okay for me to sit still. I didn't have to keep going nonstop. I didn't have to. There were times when I could sleep 10 hours and wake up exhausted because my mind never shut off. What I learned was it's not going to. Until you take that last breath, your mind is going to keep going. So how do I keep going if that keeps happening? Well, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And let me just say this also before I did ask y'all to do a guided meditation with me, right? I know I did. I'll get to it. Give me a minute. When I discovered that I could sit still, it changed my life. It took me a couple of weeks to realize that it was okay for me to sit still, that I didn't have to hide, that I wasn't stealing time from someone else, right? But when we continue, when we go and we go and we go and we go, that's a survival mechanism. Like we all find something to do to keep us from dealing with what's happening. But learning to sit still, learning to be okay with sitting still, right? It was like a mini vacation. Like I don't have to think about anything. The thoughts are going to keep going. Think about it. Nobody can predict their next thought. You can't predict your next thought. You're not coming up with them. They're coming to you. They're coming to you. So the beauty in that is you can also decide which thoughts to give your attention to. I did not think that was possible. I never thought about such a concept. But the fact is, our thoughts are going to go. They're going to flow. They come. They keep going. They're going to keep going. Even when you're asleep, this is where our dreams come from, right? Your thoughts are still flowing. So when we practice mindfulness, then you allow those thoughts to flow and you decide to just be the observer. Just watch. Just watch them as they come and notice what it is that comes up. If they're disturbing thoughts, just notice it. No judgment. Okay. Nope, don't want to think about that. Cancel that. Refocus on your breath. And I got to tell you, it's a practice. And listen, if doctors can practice medicine for years, you can practice mindfulness for 5 minutes a day. So, okay. So I think I asked y'all for a question. I did. Let me see what we got going on here. Panic attacks are, yeah, they really are. Yeah, panic attacks are, yeah. Oh, shoot, all by myself. Yes, ma'am. I've driven myself to the emergency room a few times. I didn't get out and go in because guess what? There was a stigma attached to going into the hospital. And yeah, no, I was like, okay. So that was another thing. I probably could have gotten some help had I not been terrified of being labeled and talked about. Guess what? People are going to talk anyway. I learned that also. People are going to talk and they're going to say what they say regardless. Right? This journey is not about everybody else. This journey is about you. This journey is about getting through your journey. What is it you're here to do? What is it that you have to bring to the world? And whatever suffering you think that you're enduring, understand there is a lesson to be learned. And I hesitate because there are some really challenging things happening in the world. I know that. I've had conversations with people, well, this is happening and you need to know. And you need to know, well, I'm here to tell you, no, I didn't. I didn't have the capacity for any additional trauma. I had to heal. When, if a person is in trauma, if a person has an accident and they are physically hurt, injured, then they need professional help and they need to be isolated in order to get that help. And that's what I needed to do. So I say to you, if you are still hurting, if you are still suffering, if you are still having emotional pain about anything that happened, it doesn't matter if it was last week or when you were 2 years old. If you're still having pain from it, reach out to me. I have some techniques that have absolutely, it seems so miraculous, but they're things that anybody can do to help release that energy. Everything is energy. Your thoughts are energy. Your words are energy. Your clothes, colors, everything. Think about how you feel when you go in different places. When you go in different places, those things are not put together by accident. They are deliberately created with the specific colors and different tones, maybe some soft music. There's an energy about everything. So when you start to understand that your energy has everything to do with how you see things. We may not have control over the things that are going on outside of us. However, everything is energy. So as an electromagnetic being that we are, practicing being at peace within yourself has everything to do with how we see things and how much you trust the guidance that you're always being given. Always. Your breath is your connection to source. I mean, unless you can live without your breath. Anybody out there living without their breath? Your breath is that connection. So when you learn how to use it, focus on it. And allow your body to be at peace. You'll be amazed at the things that begin to occur. There is no such thing as coincidence. It's synchronicities. And if we are unhappy with the synchronicities in our lives, then going within can help you to rebalance, shift if necessary, reconnect, realign with source so that you'll be guided to your next best step. It may not look like you think it's supposed to look. I can promise you it probably won't look like you think it's supposed to look. But that's part of learning to trust, right? Anybody ever been told that you have to believe, have faith and trust? Anybody heard those 3 words? Said, told, right? When something challenges, you just got to believe. You got to believe. You got to have faith. You got to trust. Anybody ever get any instruction on how to do that? Anybody get any instruction on how to believe and have faith and trust? Anybody? I don't recall a class. I don't recall an instruction on how to do those things. I am here to share with you humbly that meditation is the way. Yes, prayer is important. Yes, prayer works. And yes, you should pray. However, I also like to ask somebody in the chat, tell me what you can tell God that God don't already know. Anybody? Anybody? No? Anybody? I'll wait. I won't, because you can't. There's nothing you can tell me that you can say to God that God does not already know. I humbly submit that meditation is the more important part of that conversation. That prayer is only one part of the conversation, and that meditation is the part where you practice believing, having faith, and trusting. That's how you do that. So, if you wouldn't mind, as long as you are not driving or operating machinery or responsible for some little people that need your attention, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes and we'll just go through a short meditation. Shanta, are you there? Can you give me some music, darling? Hopefully you'll be able to hear the music, guys. If not, then what you're going to do Just 4 simple instructions. I taught my daughter when she was 3 years old how to meditate. And the instructions are no talking, no moving, no sound, and keep your eyes closed. Those are the 4 rules, if you will. And while you are doing those things, you're simply going to focus on your breath. That's it. You're going to focus on the coolness as you inhale and the warmth as you exhale. You're not going to think about anything. You're not going to worry about anything. Don't balance your checkbook. Don't worry about that phone call. Nothing. You're going to be fully present in your body. And if you notice that your mind wanders, just as soon as you notice you've started thinking about something, just bring your attention back very gently. No judgment. Just bring yourself fully present back into the moment and take a long deep breath in through your nose. And slowly exhale through your mouth. And yes, make that sound. Make that sound. Long deep breath in through your nose. And slowly exhale through your mouth. Notice the coolness as you inhale. And notice the warmth as you release that breath. Feel the weight of your body on the chair or seat or whatever you're sitting on. Long deep breath in. And on the exhale, allow all of the tension just flow out of your body from the top of your head out through the bottoms of your feet. Just be where you are. Another long deep breath in. Hold that breath for just a couple of seconds, and on the exhale, allow your entire body to just relax into the moment. One more time, a nice long deep breath in. And slowly exhale and relax even more. And open your eyes when you're ready. Give yourself a big stretch. Bring yourself back into the room. Okay, so I asked, but I didn't look to see anybody say that was their very first time ever experiencing meditation. There's so many different kinds. There's a lot of different ways to practice meditation. This is my way of sharing. This is what I teach people who have high anxiety, working through depression, are in a moment of grief. These are things that I call seed experiences, right? A sudden event of emotional distress, SEED. A seed experience is something that occurs in your life where it's like, whoa, you have no reference point for it. It's brand spanking new. It's something that you could not plan for. And your body is having a hard time. Your body, your mind, your spirit, every part of you is having a difficult time processing. It can be pretty much anything that is out of the ordinary for you. It doesn't have to be something negative. It could be a brand new job that you didn't think you were going to get, or that you had been dreaming of and wanting for a long time, or meeting someone, or going someplace that shifts you, that shakes your energy or your attention. It can be anything, right? That's what I call a seed experience. And some of those seed experiences can be very, very painful, right? And so if you happen to be going through something like that, if you happen to be going through something that is a seed experience, a sudden event of emotional distress, it doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. You don't have to explain it to anybody else. If you know within yourself that you are dealing with something and you don't quite know how to release it, I encourage you to practice long, deep breaths. It doesn't have to be even a whole full minute, 5 minutes. That's one of the other things I wanted to share. When I first started meditating, I wasn't doing 5 minutes at a time. After 30, not even 30 seconds, like 15 seconds in, I was sitting there. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this meditation thing. I got this. Okay, I got this. All right. I'm sitting and I'm breathing. And about 15 seconds in, I was looking at the clock like, oh, never going to be able to do this. Are you serious? And that was me trying to get to 1 minute. But I promise you, just like everything else, if you stick with it, you'll get better at it. And I've gotten up to an hour. I don't do that now, but I can. And when things happen and I need an hour, I take it. I take it. But start off with whatever it is. Start off with the long, deep breaths. Long, deep breath in through your nose and slowly exhale through your mouth. Use your fingers to count and just focus on your breath. Just focus on your breath. Just practice that. You can meditate while you're washing dishes. Smell the soap. Listen to the water. Feel the wetness. Listen, hear the silverware, the dishes clinging to one another, clanging, making sounds. Whatever it is you're doing in that moment, be fully present in that moment. That's all meditation is bringing yourself fully present in the moment. Because if you think about it, most of the time we're thinking about something that happened in the past, or we're worrying about something that may never happen in the future. Rarely are we fully present in the moment, right? So the practice is being fully present in the moment. And the more you practice, the better you get at it, and the more fully present you are to bring yourself, your resources, your energy, your creativity to the moment. Because guess what? Now is the only time that actually exists. There's nothing we can do about the time that has passed, and the future only exists in our minds. So, practicing self mastery and being fully present in the moment, allowing yourself to really release whatever it is that is no longer serving you without judgment, is an incredibly powerful way of moving forward. Okay, so I know I asked some questions that I didn't actually get the answer. Anyway, the moment of peace is wonderful. Yes. You haven't done it for a long time. Oh, I'm so glad that you got a chance to experience it again. 5 minutes. Listen, we have 168 hours in the week. And you hear God clearer when you meditate. Absolutely. Absolutely. We have 168 hours in the week. If you can't do 5 minutes a day for yourself, fight with me. I think you're doing this whole life thing wrong. There's no way that you should not be able to take 5 minutes for yourself. And again, you can't fill up a glass if you keep it moving around, correct? We're supposed to give from the overflow. You can't fill up a glass if you keep it moving. You can't charge your phone if you keep it moving. You have to charge it and sit it. You have to sit the glass still in order to fill it up. That is the same concept with the vessel called your body. You must sit still in order to be filled up so that you can give from the overflow. We should be able to continue to give, but you can't if you're tapped out. And this is why we get short with people and angry and frustrated, because we have not given ourselves the attention that we need. And when we feel taken advantage of and we feel overwhelmed, that means that you're giving away energy that you need for yourself. And not until you take the time for yourself to heal and be rebuilt and rejuvenated, refreshed, we'll always feel like we're not being treated properly, because you're not treating yourself properly. Everything is a mirror of how you feel about yourself. Everything. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me for saying it. It's just what it is. When we learn to give ourselves the attention that we need, when we learn how to love ourselves with the love of God. I'm sorry, I believe that the body is the temple of God. Am I right? Did I get that right? Because if that's the case, then taking care of the body and the mind and the spirit is supposed to be the priority. Don't be mad at me, guys. I'm just saying. Meditation is a quote from a book called You Can Have It All. Meditate. Stress is the single most destructive factor in one's life, and meditation is the single most effective way to deal with stress. I concur. So, awesome sauce. Okay, so cool. Let me see. I'm checking the chat and see. Okay. The ebook is available on Amazon. I don't know. That's the only place it's available right now. The ebook, you can download it. Amazon was losing its mind today. Of all the days, of all the years that Amazon has been around, it ain't never went down like that. But today it decided to, and it's okay because guess what? Amazon ain't stopping nothing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happened? What happened?
What's wrong? It's good on Zoom, and we see you. Everything's fine on Zoom.
Okay, so I guess YouTube only gave me a certain amount of time. Oh well. Okay, I don't know. All right, so I'm still here, guys. Hi. Hey, Sharon. Hello, everybody. Thank you for popping in. Thank you, thank you. I don't know what happened. Okay, am I back? I don't know. Can you guys see me on YouTube still? Yes? No? Maybe? I don't know. I told y'all. Okay. I told y'all to be patient with me. All right, I don't remember where I was.
You know why? You know why you have all these so-called things? Because it's a sign that you're going to be beyond phenomenal.
Oh my goodness gracious. We got 20.
It's a delay.
Yes, it's just a delay. Oh my goodness. Okay. So going back, great. We did a breathing exercise. I'm working on an audio book as well for this and the physical book. Oh, I thank you for purchasing the book. Yes. Okay. So what I was saying was Amazon went crazy a little earlier, but it's back on track. So if you haven't gotten your download, please make your way over to Amazon and get the download. Share it with some folk. The price point is such that you can give it as a gift. And again, I hope that people will take the time to actually read the book. I love you guys for downloading it because I'm doing it. I appreciate you so much for that. But I really hope that you actually take the time to read through it. It's not a big book. It's not a big book, right? It's a I don't want to say easy read. There a trigger warning. There is some talk in there about some pretty sad experiences. However, the book is written specifically to help you understand that it's okay. It's just part of life. And it may not be happy, and some of it may be disturbing. Some of it can be really, really painful. But the fact of the matter is, bringing yourself fully present in the moment to allow yourself to process is one of the best gifts you can give yourself. So the link is live. I thank you guys for being here tonight. We were supposed to be celebrating my mother's birthday, but I went rambling like I do. If y'all, I do a Saturday session every Saturday called Saturday Reset. Shout out to all of our people from our Saturday Reset. Hey, everybody. And if you have any questions, please put it in the chat. Yeah. Oh shoot, panic attacks are something. If you've never had one, I'm very happy that you didn't. I'm very, very happy that you've never experienced it. If you haven't experienced it, if you haven't experienced depression, or you have never had suicidal thoughts, or if you've never had some, something major happen where you really were despondent or hopeless, I am thankful that you haven't. But please be mindful of being judgmental of people who may be going through, or people who may be acting in ways you don't think they should act, or you think that you would know how to act in their shoes. Please just be mindful of that, of the judgment, because you never know. You never know what's going on in a person's life. I'm going to tell this one more story before I go. I met a lady. I was actually working with a pastor. I was her assistant. And I was not a member of the church, but I met quite a few of the people who were part of her church. And there was one lady, and she had 10 children. And the congregation was made up of a lot of people who had different challenges in life. People who had been drug abuse, or in, severely abusive situations, or different things, right? And I met this one lady, and she had 10 children. She didn't have any of her children. All of them were in foster care because she had been on drugs. And, we were friendly. I was friendly with her. How you doing? What's going on? I would see her once in a while, and we would talk. And one day she came to my job, and it was a Friday afternoon. It was maybe 4:45, so everybody's wrapping up, ready to get ready for the weekend. And she came, and she was dressed. She had on a skirt, which I had never seen her in. She had on a pair of shoes, which I had never seen her in, and a sweater. And she had a bag. And I was like, "Well, what's going on with you? Hey, lady, how you doing? Look at you, you all dressed up. Where you going?" She's like, get ready, Joe. So I'll just stop by to say goodbye. It's like, oh, okay. So I walked her downstairs and we talked a little bit more. And I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes in, she said, I just came to say goodbye because I had decided to take my life. But because you stopped to talk to me, I'm not going to do it. She reached in her bag and she pulled out the note she had already written because she was that despondent. And I tell that story because you cannot know what's going on in a person's mind. You cannot see into their hearts how heavy it might be. It could just be one word. So I ask you to just be kinder than necessary to everybody you meet, because you just do not know. You don't know what's going on in that person's life. One of my very first clients told me after he had stopped coaching with me, right? We coached, I don't know, about 6 months or so. And 2 years later, I'm like, you know what? I need to collect some testimonials from people who have worked with me and see, what they say and if I can use them in my work so that I can share with people what I do. And I called him and I was like, hey, listen, I'm working on my business and looking to get some more clients. Would you mind giving a testimonial for me? He said, oh, absolutely. You saved my life. He said, I was suicidal when I was coaching with you. And that thing hit me like a ton of bricks because it had been 2 years since he was coaching with me. And I did not know that he was sitting and contemplating suicide consistently during that time. And because of the time that we spent together talking, he didn't do it. Now, I don't say because I'm such a fabulous coach that that's why, but the communication, the fact that he felt like somebody cared, somebody was listening, was enough to have something to look forward to. So don't ignore how you feel. If you're feeling something, listen, and you're under the sound of my voice, you've got somebody to call. You got somebody to reach out to. I guess I'll put my number in the chat somewhere. if you need to reach out, because life, don't stop lifing because you have a moment. It does not. However, if you learn how to stop and take a couple of long deep breaths and endure those moments, you might start seeing things a little differently. I often use one of my favorite actors as an example. If he would have taken another 2 or 3 long deep breaths and let that moment pass, he would not have destroyed the image that he took so long to build over time because of what he was feeling. Don't let your feelings dictate your behavior. I've said this many times on Saturdays, on our Saturday sessions. If something is happening in my house and I call for emergency, right? I call 911, I'm having an emergency in my house. I don't need them to show up screaming, talking about, oh my God, I can't believe you. Who did this? Who did that? Oh man, y'all are messed up. That's good. I don't need a reactive team. I need an emergency response team. I need a response team that comes in, assesses the situation, and does what's needed to resolve the situation. And I charge you with being that for yourself in your own life. We don't need reactive. You don't need to be reactive. Reactive is irresponsible unless it is to save your life. That's it. Outside of that, no matter what they said, no matter what they did, again, unless it's threatening your life, that is when survival mode is supposed to kick in. Not every time somebody say something you don't like. Not every time somebody roll their eyes. Not every time somebody cuts you off in traffic. Not every that no. That's reactive. That's reactive. And you keep your body in survival mode when you continue to be reactive to everything around you. So listen, just in case you didn't know, I could do this for the rest of the night, guys. This is what I do. I live, sleep, eat, and breathe this information. It saved my life. It saved my life. And I don't say that for shock value. I say that because it is true. So, any questions? Can't believe, did I just talk for a whole hour and a half?
Miniimah, I don't have a question, but I have a comment. And hello, everyone. My name is Erica, and I just want to say that for the past 3 years, I have been working with Miniimah, the Magic of 5 Minutes. I have had her seed courses, which are not courses, but seed sessions, which are amazing in terms of having anxiety attacks, panic attacks, dealing with depression, just any moment where you need help. The seeds are absolutely beautiful. You don't even have to tell your personal business if you don't want to. She can help you through it without that. But Miniimah is someone that I truly cherish and who has helped me through one of the most difficult times I've had in my life last year. And her guidance and wisdom and techniques that she has taught me has changed me, has transformed me, has helped me align and become the person that I know God wants me to be, and I want to be as well. There is not enough words. I don't know the words. I don't even think the words have been created to express how much Miniimah means to me and the work that she does. And please take her up on her offer. If you ever have a moment where you feel as though you need someone, please reach out to her. Yeah, she will be more than willing to help. And as I explained, you don't even have to tell her all your personal business if you don't want to. She's that good. She'll be able to work you through with the different techniques that you can take and incorporate them into your life and be able to deal with situations better on your own. But Miniimah, this is your flowers. These are a beautiful moment that you have. Today is Mom's birthday, and you get to launch your book for everyone to read and share. And thank you so much for being a guiding star for those of us that needed one.
Oh, Erica, thank you, my darling. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate your kind words. I really do. I really, truly do. And I'm grateful to be able to offer anything that helps anybody relieve that emotional burden, that heaviness in your heart, that stuff we carry, things we don't even realize that we're still carrying. You know, it's like something happened 5 or 10 years ago, 12 years ago. We're like, you know what? I forget it. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. It don't matter. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. If you have to keep saying you don't care, I promise you probably still do. And it's not that it's a bad thing. I'm not laughing at you. What I'm saying is acknowledge it. Acknowledge it no matter what it is. Acknowledge it and release it. It doesn't mean that you have to go and repair a relationship or go have some heart to heart with someone else. The heart to heart you have to have is with yourself. It's never the other person. It is always the self. You are creating your life as you go along, right? So you have to forgive yourself for whatever it is that you think you did wrong or whatever you feel like somebody else did wrong. That's judgment. They just did what they did. What we call it, what you call it, is what matters. And if you say that it was a lesson, it was an experience, it's something that happened, and now check your body. If you're still carrying, if it's in your stomach, if it's in your chest, if it's in your throat, you want to release that. You want to release that and let it go, because it's manifesting something in your body when you hold it, when you carry it. Okay, guys, here we go. I'm going to stop. And before I wrap up, I want to say thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being willing to download the book. Sometimes the smallest moments we create the biggest changes in our lives. And The Magic of 5 Minutes is written for anybody who's ever felt overwhelmed, anxious, grieving, or you simply just needed a moment to breathe. Sometimes that's all you need is a moment to breathe. Guess what? You don't need anybody's permission to breathe. You don't have to give an explanation for stopping, for pausing, for taking a long, deep breath. If someone asks, are you all right? I just need a moment. I just need a moment. Take that time. Take the time for yourself. Take that time for yourself. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I just need this book to be a reminder to anybody who's going through something. Just be there. Be there for yourself. Anybody have any questions? Ask me a question. Somebody ask me a question. Because I can do this for the rest of the night. I can keep on talking about this because it saved my life. I do not say that for shock value, guys. I do this every day. I'm always looking for new ways to expand my understanding of how to share this information. Seriously, the Dalai Lama said, if we taught every school-age child how to meditate, we could eliminate violence from the planet in one generation. That is powerful. And why is that? It's because exactly the work starts within us. We've heard hurt people. Guess what? Healed people heal people. So be that for yourself and for your family, for everyone. It is a ripple effect when you learn how to be there for yourself. So let me see. I'm checking to see if there's any questions I didn't answer. Oh my goodness. I'm looking, guys. Let me see. Meditation. Yeah, meditation is a type of prayer. It absolutely is. Because guess what? Right? So my understanding of God is that God is omnipresent. Right? Always is, always has been, always will be. Just is everywhere. Sees and hears everything. Right? So that means, probably speaks other languages too, right? So that would mean that he would need to know every language in the world, right? Well, think about it this way. We use language to communicate with each other, but frequency, energy, everything is energy. Everything. There's nothing you can see, hear, smell, taste, touch, or think of that does not carry an energy. It's not created from energy, right? And while energy has a frequency, frequency is also magnetic, right? So whatever frequency we're putting out is what we're attracting into our lives. So in order for God to be able to read your heart, that's not words. It's not spoken words. That's a frequency, right? So clearing that, addressing that, becoming one with that, learning how to release the frequency that does not serve you. That's the part that helps to change your life, where you're focusing on, what you're focusing on, what you're carrying. Listen, anybody out there always feel right? I mean, I know I feel right. Anybody else feel right in their lives? Anybody realize even though they felt right, they wasn't really right? Right? The thing is recognizing what's going on in your heart, what's going on in your mind, being the observer, being the watcher of your thoughts, and recognizing what is the belief system that's motivating you, right? Not so much what do you believe, but what is a belief? Anybody? Not what do you believe. I'm not asking what you believe. I'm asking what a belief is. What is a belief, guys? Anybody? Yes, my favorite actor slapped somebody on live TV. Yes. Yes, he did. And I was hoping that he look again, if he would have took another 3 or 4 long deep breaths, that moment could have passed and he would still be in our minds and in our hearts the image that he's given. How about that? Because that's an image that he puts on. Anybody have any answers for me? What is a thought? I mean, what is a belief? Anybody? Thank you, everybody, for being here. Frequency is oblivious. She's so silly. Anybody? Nobody? Okay. So look, a belief. Okay, thank you, Miss Felicia, for being here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate you. I'm gonna close in a minute. But a belief is simply a thought you keep thinking. That's all. That's it. That's it. So as you continue to focus on just being and noticing what it is that you're thinking, what is it that you're thinking? And does it serve you anymore? Does it serve your bottom line? Does it serve where you're going? Is it helping to assist you in your evolution? Noticing if that thought does not serve you anymore, if it causes you pain, if it just makes you feel right, maybe reevaluate and see if there's another thought that is a little more appropriate or more empowering. Right? So that's that. I hope I did this well. Saturday, if you happen to be in the Nashville, Tennessee area, join us over at LaVergne Library. I'll be over there for Meet the Author. I just might go live, but you see what we did, all my little technical difficulties trying to be cute. So hopefully I'll be able to do that on Saturday and be here. But it's been after an hour, and I want to thank you guys for being here. I wanted to play music and everything, but hopefully what I've shared has been helpful. Hopefully you can take it with you. Hopefully you will practice again, even if you don't all of a sudden jump into a full 5 minutes every day. Just practice, keep taking those long deep breaths anytime. When you go to the bathroom, first time you look in the mirror in the morning, take a long deep breath in and slowly let it out. And notice what you're thinking. Notice what you're thinking. Do you like what you see? Are you disturbed by what you see? I remember I used to wake up in the morning before I even got to the bathroom, I was cussing. This is the truth. I'm sorry. I'm not proud of this, but I'd wake up and be like, pissed off. Something on the floor. Something is out of. I gotta do this and I gotta do that. I was fussing before I even got out of bed. Right? So if that's the case, recognize that. And instead of doing that, just do the opposite. Just don't speak. That's mindfulness. If you're attempting to do something new, do something different, improve your health, improve your mindset, just stop doing the things that you know are not helpful or beneficial. Just stop doing those things and replace them with a long, deep breath. That's it. You don't have to start doing anything brand spanking new. Just stop doing the stuff that's not helpful. Just stop doing the things that are not serving you and replace it with a long, deep breath. If the habit is judgment, if the habit is complaint, if the habit is pointing fingers, if the habit is whatever the habit is, just stop. Long deep breath. You can stop mid-sentence. It took me a couple of weeks to actually get to the place where I could catch myself before I, disturbed the whole day. But the more you practice, the better you get at it. I promise. Okay, so thank you so very, very much for being here, guys. I cannot tell you how much it means to me that you guys were here. I really, truly appreciate you being here. And like I said, I just might try to do this on Saturday as well. We are still going to have our Saturday reset. It might be a little shorter than usual, but I will still be there. And I thank you. Please, when you download, screenshot it, put it on Facebook. You got your book, I got mine. Share it with your people. Let people know. And I invite you to join us on Saturday. The link is on my LinkTree. We meet every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Eastern. And we jump into a lot of different things. And if you're having a seed experience, you don't have to wait till Saturday. Reach out to me. And like Erica said, I don't need to know the details. I really don't. It's not about anything that happened. It's all about how you feel in the moment and getting through that moment so that we're not adding the same energy to what we don't like. We don't realize it. If something happens and you didn't like it, you didn't enjoy it, or it was disturbing, continuing to talk about it is feeding the fire you don't want to burn. Right? And I've been in the space where I couldn't even stop myself from explaining what happened. Did you know? Did you hear? Do you know what happened? And I could just keep going and going and going. And that's an addiction, guys. It's an addiction that is as serious as cigarettes or alcohol or any other addiction. So again, learning to breathe through it and let the tears come. Feel what you're feeling so that you can let it go. And I'm going to close on this note. There is a quote that I learned when I was getting my rapid transformational therapy, my RTT certification. And it goes like this: the emotion that cannot find its expression in tears will cause other organs to cry. So we don't want to ignore how we feel. And no, you may not want to express it to the world, but at least being with it and not resisting it, not judging it. I know I used to have a terrible habit. If I got upset, I was pissed off. I was already upset, but then I was pissed off that I was upset. And then I was angry with the person that I let make me upset. Honey, it was a layered kerfuffle of madness. It doesn't help. So pull back off the judgment of it. Feel what you're feeling without the judgment. Just feel it. Let it pass. Breathe through it. Call me so we can actually let it go. All right? Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I appreciate you. I really, truly do. I really, truly do. Thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday. I'm going to continue to share and encourage people to purchase the book. Again, the cost, the price point is what it is to get as many books out there as possible, because the information is what's going to save people's lives. That $2.99 is not going to help me pay my mortgage, guys. Okay? But the information inside might save a life. So please keep that in mind when you're sharing it. Don't share it and be like, look, okay, I heard this lady and you need this. Don't do that to people. Nobody wants to hear that. Just let them know. Listen, I did, a friend of mine wrote a book, and she's trying to help people unlearn anxiety and stress, right? And she's helped a lot of people. And I just want to support her in getting the book. Could you download the book too? Something like that. Or invite them for a Saturday. Invite them on a Saturday. Tell them, hey, I want to introduce you to this lady. She just wrote a book. This crazy lady, she was like, 5 minutes can change your life. I don't believe her. Come on. Let's see what she's talking about so we can talk about her. It's whatever you gotta tell them. Charlene, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Eric Short, thanks for being here. Shanta, thank you for being here. Marilyn, Maya, Thea, oh my gosh, Vanessa, everybody. I don't even know everybody that came through, but I saw Afua and Sanaya, and I saw a bunch of folk, and I want to thank you all for being here. Felicia was here, and I don't know, again, look, okay, I'm in these internet streets trying to maneuver all of these little programs. So if I missed you and didn't call your name, please don't be angry for me. Please, please, please. But yeah, please practice the magic of 5 minutes. The magic of 5 minutes. The magic of 5 minutes. It is. It seems magical because it is. It's absolutely saved my life, and I want to thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you, everybody in YouTube land. I hope this is being recorded. I don't know, guys. If not, y'all were here, and we gotta tell everybody y'all should have been there. I'll do it again another time, but I ain't doing it tomorrow. Not true. I might do it again tomorrow. We'll see. I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank you enough, Tiffany. I saw Tiffany out there too. Thank you, everybody. Oh my gosh, I saw Ching out there earlier. Thank you so much. Soul Touch of the Poet. Yes, thank you, Anton Thompson. Oh my gosh, I'm just looking back through and seeing who else was here. Marilyn, Miss Professor Marilyn was here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Sanaya said, don't start crying. I didn't cry, guys. I didn't cry tonight. I'm so excited. Y'all don't understand. My child said she could talk. She'd be running through the house. Mommy's crying again. Listen, it's been a journey, guys. It's been a journey, and tears are okay. If you need to cry, go ahead and do it. I had to go through a lot of tears in order to get to this moment, to be able to actually bring this to you. I've started this book dozens of times over the past few decades and could only get through a couple of pages before I had to put it down because I hadn't healed enough to be able to do this. So this is a big deal for me, and you guys are a part of this journey in a really big way. So I'm gonna go and meditate some more. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thea, I see you out there too. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, so I did the Zoom thing and we did the YouTube thing. Hey, y'all can't tell me nothing. I'm doing it. I'm doing big things over here. Oh gosh, I'm gonna go. And yeah. I will be back tomorrow evening. Probably just on YouTube. I don't know. I don't know if Shanta's gonna be busy because she is the reason why. Thank you, Shanta. Thank you so much for helping me tonight. I don't know if you guys see y'all, it might not mean anything to you guys, but yeah, we had to do some things. I had to do some maneuvering to make this happen. So that's it. I'm gonna go. If you haven't gotten the book, go get it. Amazon is ready. And please share and come back. Please join me on Saturday, this Saturday, next Saturday. And you know what else? I got stuff on my LinkTree. There's a link where you can go and get some merch. I got t-shirts and tote bags and journals and mugs and stuff. So all of the proceeds for anything that is sold on my platform goes to helping me get this out. If you know of an organization, a nonprofit, or for some kind of an organization that could benefit from this information, please let me know how to connect with them so that I can share it. Because it's really simply just about encouraging people to learn the practice of meditation, mindfulness, my way. I'm gonna go because I can sit here and talk for the rest of the night, guys. But I'm going to shut down now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The links are in the bio, in the description, the whole nine. Again, shout out to Shanta, my behind the scenes. Woof, woof, woof. Maya, thank you for being here. Thea, thank you for being here. We're going to shut down the Zoom. Who else is on Zoom still? Oh, that's just the three of us. Okay. All is well. All is well. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much for being here, everybody. Thank you, Thea. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Shanta. Thank you, Ching. Thank you, everybody. Marilyn, everybody. Much appreciated. Oh, we got new comments. Who's talking? Eric's still talking? Oh, jeez. I'm going to go. I didn't cry. Oh, you did not. I didn't cry. Did I cry, guys? Did I cry? I almost cried. I don't think I cried. Did I cry? I don't think so. did not. Y'all see, y'all making up stories. Y'all making up stories about me. I didn't cry tonight. I'm rather proud of myself for not crying tonight. Yes, heal people, heal people. Thank you again. I'm going to shut down. I don't really exactly. I do. I see a button that says end stream. So I'm going to go there. See you guys later. Yay! We did it. Come here, child of mine.